Hey guys, and welcome to my long-awaited tutorial video on how to install the ReShade mod for The Sims 4. So I know I promised this ages ago. It is my most requested video actually, to be quite honest. So I'm sorry for the delay, and also just quickly, sorry I've been MIA on my channel for a few weeks. I will go into why that has been in my next speed build. God, I've forgotten what they're even called. Anyway, so we'll start here on reshade.me. This is free software, open source, that you can download, and it will change the lighting and the graphic settings in your game. It works on lots of different games. If you can come here, they have a list of compatibility with all of these games. The Sims 4 is not actually on here. It actually says The Sims 3. I don't know whether they just couldn't be bothered to update their list, but it worked perfectly with The Sims 3. So, and I can tell you it works perfectly with The Sims 4. So even though it's not on that list, I don't know why. But anyway, so you come here, you press download. It actually takes you to the bottom of the page, which is a bit annoying. But then you press this download, or you could just scroll to the bottom, press download. It downloads the program.exe. That's the installation program. I'm not going to press it now because I already have it on my desktop just for quick speediness. So basically what you do is you right click this and you click run add administrator. Else you do want to allow this app or this security stuff, you say yes. If you press no, you're not going to get it. So anyway, we've got to select the game that we want to install it in. So mine is actually, it's going to be on your C drive. If that's wherever you have installed The Sims 4 to, that's where you have to go. Mine is called Boot Camp because I'm actually on a Mac. And I just named it Boot Camp. So my C drive, then I go to Program Files 86. Then you want to search for Origin Games, and then Sims 4, and then the game folder, and then the bin folder. And you want to select the Sims 4 game. And mine, I run the 64-bit version, so I click 64. If you run the 32 version, click the 32 version. That is it. So then we press open. And it is then that we have to decide which one of these we want to use, and we have to use Direct 3D9. It says, do you wish to download a collection of standard effects from github.com? Yes, we do. I just download everything and install everything. It's perfect. I'm just going to say yes to all of them. Just yes, 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 yes. And it says succeeded, done. Okay, so we can get out of that. Then at this point, if you have downloaded my ReShade preset, you will want to install this. So I'm going to go back to, I haven't got the shortcut here. I'm going to go back to my boot camp. I'm going to go back to that same folder that we just installed the ReShade mod in. Game bin. Hopefully I'd have put that on the screen by now. So what ReShade mod has installed is actually this folder here, ReShade shaders. That's not normally there. It's also installed this D3D9 file, that one and that one, that is to do with the ReShade mod. And that is about it at the moment. So in this folder, we are just going to literally drag in the preset into this folder. So it needs to be in this same folder. So I'm going to drag it in here. And that is my preset added in. So it has to be in this bin folder. It's the same folder that has the ReShade shaders in. I'll just go in here and show you what they are. Just a whole load of effects. We've installed everything possible. Maybe to make it load quicker, I don't have a problem with it the speed of it loading, but you can delete out the shaders that you don't use to make it run faster. That's a tip I saw somewhere. But yeah, so that's all installed. We've added in our preset, so we can start up the game. I'm going to show the whole loading process as well, because I just want to show you, because I know there's an overlay that appears so that you can tell that you've installed the ReShade mod. Yes, here we go. In the top it says ReShade and it's loading it. So it may freeze your program for a little while it's loading all of the effects. Don't worry, that is fine. I have just got a vanilla game here. I have no mods or script mods, anything installed whatsoever, just because I knew I wanted to show that whole overlay, and I wanted my game to load quick. So that's what we did. Anyway, so as you can see, nothing has changed. This is the regular bog standard graphics and everything. So before we go into it, I'm just going to actually start a new game, just because I want it to be daytime so that you can see what the game looks like. Can I just randomize someone from the gallery, please? Fabulous. So you'll see that this has got weird, jagged, terrible edges at the moment. That's because I have changed something in my settings, but don't worry about it. I'm about to go through all of it. And also options if your computer does not like it. So we're just going to start off here. Let's use it furnished, that's fine. And I just wanted to do it in live mode so you can just have a look around and see. I did used to have an astral light, so like a sky effect installed, but I've removed it because I just kind of like the clouds actually. But anyway, so when you get in here, to change any effects or do anything with the ReShade mod, you need to use the short key Shift F2. For me, it's actually Function Shift F2, so maybe it might be for you, but I'm using a Mac keyboard, so that's what I have to do. So it just gives you this short little tutorial when you first open it. So it says welcome. Since this is the first time you start ReShade, we'll go through a quick tutorial covering the most important features. Before we continue, if you have difficulties reading this text, press the control key and adjust the text size. Okay then, good to know. Press continue. So this is a preset selection. All changes will be saved to the selected file. Right, what I'm going to do is actually select my preset. It's automatically put in what my preset looks like. So that's what you can do. Press continue. Then it's going through here. This is a list of techniques. It contains all techniques in the effects folder. Yep, great. Continue. This is a list of variables. Yep. You'll have to go through. There's so many things you can change. So finish. So that's the end of your tutorial. So hopefully you've selected Harrie LightBrigade. This is where you select it. Just drop down here. So if you've installed any other presets, you can install as many presets as you like. It will be in this drop down. So we'll go into the settings. What I have done, I don't think the settings carry through on the presets. Actually, they definitely don't, because this is not what I used to have. So here in this is the settings you're probably going to want to change. This is where your screenshots go to and how you take your screenshots. So basically here I'm going to set what my shortcut is for taking screenshots. Before I always did it as Shift P. That was how I took screenshots. I don't know if you can do C and it still works. I'm not too sure if the game's camera functions overrides it, but definitely you can still press C to take a picture in game, but it will not include the ReShade mod lighting and everything. It will just be, so that's how I can do comparison photos. I can press C in game and I can press Shift P at the same time to use my ReShade camera basically. Also here you're gonna decide where you want the screenshot to save to. I think I can remember off by heart. This is really annoying. This will go to your bin folder, which you will never go to. So I'm just going to type in desktop. Oh, I can't spell desktop. And then I'm pretty sure. Oh, wow. I'm on a different keyboard and it's just not. I'm just going to have to copy this. I can't even get a backslash. Just copy that. Backslash. And it's going to be screenshots. I just know that's the folder that I normally save them to. And then always you can pick what format you want them in. I always pick PNG. That's the same way they come out normally in the game. So that's all the paths where your things are saved. If you, I don't know, if you move them, I suppose you could put them anywhere you want, but always link back to there. But that is that. And then basically at the moment we are in configuration mode, which means that it is way taxing on your game. But this is the mode where you can make changes to all of these settings. But when you're done, you should change it to performance mode, and then that will make your game run a whole lot faster. But anyway, so these are all the different effects you can have. You can actually move them up and down. I think, yeah, you can move the order around. Changing the order will actually change how it shows in the effect. This is going to be all removed actually, because this is from the previous settings. Let me just do this. And I am not going to be using any of these. So I have used clarity actually. Let me move this up. Clarity. Perfect. So I've got, let me just toggle this on and off. Yeah, I don't want this either. So I'm just going to reorganize this. Excuse me. I'm just going to move this out the way. Hopefully. FX. We're just going to remove that. Going to move it down there. Just so that you know everything is at the top that is in use. So vibrance, you can just literally toggle these on and off, just see what they do. It's just making it a tiny bit more vibrant. So that's a bit more desaturated, that has more vibrancy. DPX, that looks like lightness. I have no idea what some of these are, so please forgive me for not having a clue what the hell they are. But also all of the extra details on how you want to configure them are down here. So you can't just go in here, and all the extra settings are in here. So I'll have a look in those in a minute. Lift gamma. So we know gamma is like the brightness of the screen. So toggling that on and off is going to change your brightness. We have curves. If you work in Photoshop, you've probably dealt with curves. So we have those just to give a bit more contrast. But you can go through and just toggle all of these to see what you want and what you don't. Colorfulness, I suppose that's exactly the same as vibrance as well. And they have clarity. Now this one is definitely different to the preset that I started off with. This clarity normally just basically puts a black line around things so that it looks like it has more depth. So with it off, kind of bit more fuzzy. With it on, it just looks a tiny bit more sharper. So that's why I added it on. So we'll just have a look down here. If we can find, I think these in, yeah, they're in alphabetical order. Let me find clarity. Here we go. So in clarity, you have all of these settings. I have been through, I changed these. I spent quite a long while changing these into different numbers and all that kind of stuff. If you've just downloaded my preset and you're just like, yeah, that's all I want to know how to do, just forget about it. Just install it and change this to performance mode and you will be good to go. So in here, I think I've added in edge smoothing. I think it must be this one. I'm not too sure. I'm just going to leave it on. I'm going to show you in a bit and change this to performance mode. That's just going to reload it again. That just means I can't make any more changes, but it's going to mean it's a whole lot less taxing on your game and it will just run a whole lot smoother. So this is our new lovely, fabulous light and bright world. Yeah, so I'm going to show you in my game settings. I have changed just two things. I turned off edge smoothing and I also turned off post processing effects, but that's because I've got them all handled in my preset. So I think it will be double whammy and go really weird. I'm pretty sure there is one thing. I'm just gonna open up my window again, just change it to configuration mode. That'll reload. So to make this faster, this whole reloading process, you can get rid of all the effects that you're not going to use in the folder. Like, let's find out which one does the smoothest. I'm sure it's meant to be this. Yeah, it is. So if you don't want to, you can uncheck this SMAA. This is the thing that does the edge smoothing in the game, because it changes nothing else about it apart from the smoothness of the edges. You can turn that off, and then you can go to your game settings and turn on edge smoothing and post processing effects, and it will be exactly the same. I've just done it in this. I think it's a little bit more taxing on your computer to use this one. So if you have problems, your computer sounds like it's about to take off into outer space, then you may want to switch off SMAA and turn on the edge smoothing in game. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, you can see what before is like, because every time it reloads, it's like before, and then this is after. So I hope you agree that it looks just a whole lot brighter, a whole lot nicer. And also, can I just say, at night time, this really helps at night time playing in the game. It just brightens it up a little bit and you can just see what you're doing. So this is at night time. It never really gets completely dark like it did before in the game. It's kind of like, almost like the street lights are really working. Yeah, so I tell you what we're going to do now. We are going to go out of the game and I'm going to show you how to uninstall it. Okay, we are back on the desktop. So I'm going to show you how to uninstall the ReShade mod. Really, really simple. You delete this folder here, ReShade, ReShaders. You delete that one, and you also delete the presets you've installed. So we've installed Harrie, LightBrigade. So any presets that you installed, you need to remove as well. And also these files that are labeled D3, D9. So there's 3 of them in mine. I've seen in other people there's only 1. Not too sure what the difference is, but mine has 3 of them, so I get rid of all 3 of these. I tried for this tutorial uninstalling and I just removed 1 and it still was installed. So if I removed all of these plus this one, then my game would be totally ReShade free. And it's as simple as that. Nothing else needs to be done. Just move those. You can even just move those out of the folder if you're not too sure if you're deleting the right thing. So you've still got them. Just move them out of the folder and it will all be ReShade free. So just a quick note on this is the instructions that I followed before. This is the preset they also have, which is nice, but it's just too strong for gameplay. This would be great for taking screenshots, so I will link to this as well. And also, I used to have a Astral Lights mod installed. I found it a bit too powerful, maybe. I think I played up in a apartment and it was literally like I was just in the clouds, which I didn't really like. I couldn't see very far, so that's why I've uninstalled it. So this will also be linked in the post if you want these kind of astral lights at night time. This looks really cool in the day as well, and you've got a whole load to pick from, so just follow the instructions here. And this one's also goes into another folder, I can't remember where it is, but to uninstall this one you just have to repair your game and it just removes it all because it re-authenticates all of your files. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the description down below. And if you did like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done already, and I promise to be back really soon with another speed build. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys.